Today we're going to show you how to install ShrockWorks rock sliders on a Gen2 Xterra. We were super excited to get them. We had to start right away. Make sure you have a helper, someone that's going to help hand you supplies and hold up your old steps as you remove them and hold the new rock sliders as you do so. So the first thing you have to do is remove your old standard steps. We have stock steps on our Xterra that we are removing here to make way for the new rock sliders. This is one of our helpers for the day. Very excited to be removing the steps and putting on the new ones. Now, once you remove them, check out the space, look to see where you're going to put the rock sliders. Now, get out your directions and understand they are horrendous. You can barely see anything in the pictures. They're black and white, awful. When you read them over and over again, you're still going to have questions. But these are the bolts that you're given that you need. This little bolt, you're going to need a washer and a lock washer for the back. That one goes into a factory hole. In the back, you're going to need one of the gold bolts. It says 2 washers and a lock washer. That will not fit. I'll explain that in a little bit. In the front, you're going to need the gold bolt, 2 washers, a lock washer, and nut, along with the long bolt with a washer, the plate, and a lock washer to go with it. That's going to be the one that's going into the side of the car factory hole, the oval-shaped hole. And then the gold bolt will be going up through the bottom of the rock sliders into the car. And then you see the nut on a stick, which is a huge headache that you'll see for the back of the car. Ours got wet in the rain that we had, so it already started rusting a little bit. So put the rock sliders where you want them. You're going to put in the bolts finger tight to start with. We did tighten ours a little bit to figure out where the hole we're going to be drilling is, because you will have to drill a hole to put these in. If we had known how difficult that nut on a stick was and the drilling of a hole is, we probably would have gone with different rock sliders. The directions we read so many times, they were not clear at all. The pictures were not clear. Black and white did not work. They should be colored, have a diagram, something to help out. So putting on the first rock slider was a lot harder than we had expected it to be. And again, when you have everything in place, you do have to take it off to drill your hole. Maybe you have a drill that you don't need to do that. Unfortunately, we do not. For our drill, we did have to remove it, mark it. We used a red Sharpie to mark where it was going to go. So next, you're going to drill the hole that is needed for installation. Our drill kept going dull. It did give us a lot of trouble. So hopefully you have better quality than we do. Then you're going to reinstall everything. Now, when you have this hole that you've drilled, that's where the second gold bolt is. There's a small slit in the bottom of your car where you're going to put the nut that's on a stick through. Trying to get that to line up was a huge headache. It took quite a few tries to get it to actually work. You can barely get your finger in there to feel the bolt that you've just drilled. You can't really see too well. Some videos have shown that it is super easy. I am not going to lie, it was not easy to do. If we had to go back and get different rock sliders, we probably would because of that bolt. Now those are designed that when you finally do get them, they should break off. neither one of ours broke off. One of ours actually twisted up into the car. No idea what's happened now, but it has wrapped around the nut in the car, but it is extremely tight. We can't tighten it anymore. It's not coming loose. The other one, we actually had to go out and buy bolt cutters to cut it off because it just would not break. No matter how tight we made it, no matter how much we did it, it would not break. So we used bolt cutters, cut the part that was hanging off so we didn't have this big piece of metal hanging off the bottom of our car. But there was a lot of colorful language used for this one bolt. You can see here some of the difficulties we had. So we're not going to lie and tell you it was really easy, because it was not. But once you get it all in there, it's worth it to have the rock sliders complete. I would recommend wearing safety goggles or glasses when you're underneath your car working. If your car is anything like ours, it is used and there is dust and dirt up in there. We realized our last car wash did not do the job for the undercarriage. When you're putting that through the hole in the back, you can't fit one of the washers, so we ended up not using the washers on this one because they just don't fit through the hole. But when you have all 4 of those bolts in place, tighten them up as tight as you can get them, and you're done. And then you get to do it all over again for the other side of the car. You can see we both took turns trying to get that one in. It gave us so much trouble. The second one was easier. We knew more of how to bend it and get it in place. But that first one, oh my goodness. But look how nice it is once you finally get it done. Definitely worth it. We went for the 2 tube ones because we do have kids and they will be using these as steps to get into the car. Join us again for the next update to our vehicle or on one of our adventures. Subscribe if you want to see more.